In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on March 15, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Michigan State versus Purdue. In a thrilling showdown, the Michigan State Spartans triumphed over Minnesota, propelling them into the highly anticipated quarterfinals of the Big Ten tournament. Eager to extend their impressive run, the Spartans are now setting their sights on a formidable opponent, the Purdue Boilermakers, who clinched the top seed. Rewinding to March 3rd, these titans clashed, resulting in a hard-fought victory for Purdue with a final score of 80-74. Within the Big Ten standings, Michigan State secured an even 10-10 record, claiming the 8th seed in the tournament. Meanwhile, Purdue dominated with a commanding 17-3 record in conference play, sealing their regular season with a remarkable 5 consecutive triumphs, including a decisive win against Wisconsin in their final home game. Currently, Purdue sits poised to claim the #1 overall seed in the impending NCAA tournament. Entering this pivotal matchup, Purdue boasts an impressive 3rd-place ranking nationwide, fueled by a remarkable 14 victories in their last 15 outings. Their dominance is underscored by an offensive prowess, averaging over 84 points per game. Conversely, Michigan State concluded their season on a somewhat muted note, though they did manage to secure a vital win against Minnesota just days ago. Despite their defensive acumen, the Spartans' average of approximately 34 rebounds per game raises concerns heading into this clash. Notably, Purdue emerged victorious in their sole regular season encounter with Michigan State, highlighting their formidable form as one of the nation's premier teams. Central to Purdue's strategy is the towering presence of Zach Edey, whose imposing stature has consistently troubled Michigan State over the past 2 seasons. Edey's dominance was glaringly evident in their recent matchup, where he racked up an impressive 32 points and 11 rebounds. Notably, Edey maintained an astonishing average of 35 points against the Spartans last season. While Michigan State possesses defensive prowess, particularly on the perimeter, their struggles in containing Edey within the paint loom large. With a reliance on Tyson Walker to spearhead their offensive efforts, the Spartans find themselves lacking the requisite firepower to match Purdue's formidable arsenal. Anticipating this, Purdue is primed to capitalize on Edey's prowess, exploiting potential double teams to create open opportunities from beyond the arc. Despite Walker's expected standout performance, Michigan State's offensive limitations forecast a challenging outing against Purdue's formidable defense. So the Purdue Boilermakers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Reflecting on their previous encounter, which surpassed the over by 9 points, it's unlikely that this matchup will replicate such offensive fireworks. Michigan State's modest average of 70 points per game in the Big Ten underscores their offensive struggles, compounded by their reliance on Walker amidst a dearth of reliable supporting cast members. Furthermore, their pace of play, ranking 275th nationally, suggests a preference for deliberate, methodical basketball. Fatigue stemming from their recent second-round fixture may further compel Michigan State to adopt a conservative approach, limiting possessions and slowing the tempo. Conversely, Purdue, despite their offensive prowess, may experience initial rustiness following a prolonged break since their last game. However, Michigan State's defensive resilience, coupled with tactical adjustments from seasoned coach Tom Izzo, could stymie Purdue's offensive rhythm. As such, acknowledging the likelihood of a closely contested, defensively oriented affair, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Mississippi State versus Tennessee. Heading into the quarterfinals, the Mississippi State Bulldogs are gearing up to face the formidable challenge posed by the top-seeded Tennessee Volunteers this coming Friday. Having secured a victory over LSU in their previous matchup, the Bulldogs earned their ticket to face the Volunteers. Meanwhile, throughout the season, the Volunteers displayed their dominance by finishing with a commendable 14-4 record in the Southeastern Conference, thus claiming the top seed position. In a thrilling display of resilience, the Mississippi State Bulldogs rallied from a halftime deficit to secure a commanding 10-point victory over LSU in their inaugural postseason encounter. Their triumph propels them into a pivotal showdown against the top-seeded Tennessee Volunteers, whom they previously bested on their home turf earlier in the season. Notably, the Volunteers endured a lackluster performance during their previous encounter, scoring less than 1 point per possession and faltering with a subpar shooting percentage from beyond the arc. Their defensive effort left much to be desired as well, allowing the Bulldogs to capitalize on over 58% of their two-point attempts, with standout player Josh Hubbard making a significant impact with 25 points, including 5 successful three-pointers. Over the past month, the Volunteers have emerged as a defensive powerhouse within the conference, boasting the third-best adjusted defensive efficiency nationally, and holding opponents to a commendable effective field goal percentage. Their defensive prowess is underscored by their ability to thwart rim opportunities, a significant aspect of the Bulldogs' offensive strategy, and coerce adversaries into attempting contested jumpers at a rate among the highest in the nation. While the Bulldogs managed to convert on contested shots during their previous encounter, replicating such success against the formidable defensive lineup of the Volunteers poses a formidable challenge, particularly considering the Bulldogs' struggles with contested jumpers and free throw shooting. Bolstered by the stellar performances of key players like Dalton Knecht and Zakai Zeigler, the Volunteers are primed to exploit the vulnerabilities in the Bulldog defense, which has consistently fallen short of expectations in recent matchups. Evidently, the Tennessee Volunteers emerge as the frontrunners in this Southeastern Conference tournament quarterfinal clash against the Mississippi State Bulldogs, showcasing a remarkable balance between offensive firepower and defensive fortitude. With an impressive scoring average of 80 points per game coupled with a stalwart defense that concedes a mere 68 points per game, the Volunteers stand out as a formidable force within the conference. Their prowess in field goal defense, limiting opponents to a paltry 38.5% shooting accuracy, further accentuates their defensive capabilities. Backed by the scoring prowess of Dalton Knecht and the playmaking finesse of Zakai Zeigler, the Volunteers boast a depth of talent and efficiency on both ends of the court, cementing their status as the team to beat in this high-stakes encounter. In light of these observations, the Tennessee Volunteers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The initial meeting between these two teams saw a combined total of 149 points, but a similar offensive outburst is unlikely in the upcoming clash. Tennessee's defense experienced a notable setback in their previous encounter, but with ample rest and preparation, they are poised to stifle the offensive efforts of a Bulldogs team that ranks 8th in scoring within the Southeastern Conference. It's reasonable to anticipate the Southeastern Conference's top-ranked defense to limit the Bulldogs to under 70 points. Additionally, while the Bulldogs bench made significant contributions in the previous game, replicating such a feat seems improbable. Both teams epitomize defensive tenacity, with the Volunteers particularly adept at impeding opponents' scoring opportunities through stout field goal defense. The expected slower tempo of the game, coupled with the Volunteers' ability to dictate the pace, and the Bulldogs' defensive focus, suggests a contest characterized by fewer points than anticipated. The impressive defensive capabilities of both teams, as evidenced by their national rankings and key defensive metrics, reinforce the expectation of a defensive showcase. Taking into account the adjusted tempo metrics from Ken Palm, with Tennessee ranking 74th with a tempo of 69.4 and Mississippi State at 186 with a tempo of 67.3, it's reasonable to anticipate a methodical pace to the game. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. South Carolina versus Auburn. The South Carolina Gamecocks have emerged triumphant in their latest showdown, securing themselves a coveted position in the quarterfinals of the Southeastern Conference tournament after a thrilling victory over Arkansas on a sunny Thursday afternoon. With spirits high and determination ablaze, they now prepare to face the formidable Auburn Tigers in a battle that will determine who advances to the highly anticipated semifinal clash scheduled for Saturday. Standing as the third seed with an impressive 13-5 record in the Southeastern Conference regular season, the Auburn Tigers present a daunting challenge for the Gamecocks. In sizing up this forthcoming clash, it's impossible to overlook the undeniable offensive prowess that the Auburn Tigers bring to the court, alongside their commanding performance in prior prior encounters against South Carolina, sporting an average of 83.5 points per game, coupled with a remarkable 47.3% shooting accuracy from the field. The Tigers boast a potent ability to put points on the scoreboard with efficiency and finesse. Their proficiency from beyond the arc, marked by a 35.1% success rate, further solidifies their reputation as a multifaceted scoring force, thereby establishing them as formidable adversaries. The memory of their previous meeting, wherein they secured a resounding 101-61 victory, not only underscores Auburn's offensive capabilities, but also instills a psychological edge as they approach this pivotal matchup. Spearheaded by standout scorers like C.J. Williams and defensive linchpin Johnny Brew, Auburn's formidable blend of scoring prowess and defensive resilience positions them as the clear frontrunners for advancement in the Southeastern Conference Tournament. Thus, the Auburn Tigers are favored to win and cover the spread as favorites as our full-game side pick. Delving deeper into the dynamics of this clash, the statistical analyses, particularly Auburn's adjusted tempo ranking of 62 in contrast to South Carolina's 354, as per Ken Palm, suggest a tilt towards a higher scoring affair. With Auburn's offense renowned for its dynamism and capacity to rack up substantial point totals, coupled with a tendency towards a faster pace of play, all signs point towards a contest that is poised to surpass initial scoring projections. The total points amassed during their previous encounter, alongside the recent performances exhibited by both teams, serve as compelling indicators of the potential for a high-octane offensive spectacle. Auburn's strategic inclination towards pushing the tempo, juxtaposed against South Carolina's comparatively slower pace, is likely to disrupt the Gamecocks' defensive strategies, thus paving the way for a contest characterized by an abundance of scoring opportunities. Consequently, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.